So hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and today we're gonna take a look at the stances for fist weapons. And the stances are Gaia's Tragedy, Seismic Palm, and Fracturing Wind. And let's start it off with Gaia's Tragedy, which is described as a stance with slow and powerful strikes, and it has a D polarity which matches the Ankyros, Furax, MK1 Furax, and Techo. So the first combo is called Ocean's Contempt, and this is your standard EEE button mash, and this starts off with 3 regular strikes and it ends with a double strike. The second combo is called Mountain's Rage, and to execute this one you have to pause after the second attack. And this combo starts off with 2 regular strikes, and after the pause you will do a double strike followed by a hexa strike and 2 salams that give you quite a bit of mobility. The third combo is called River's Grief, and this one is really easy to do, just hold the block button while mashing the melee button. And all the attacks in this combo are regular strikes apart from the final one, which is a salam, and it once again gives you nice amount of mobility because of the dash. And the fourth and final combo is called Forest's Remorse, and you have to hold the first attack to execute it. And this is where the description of the stance, being all slow and powerful strikes, goes out the window. So this clip is running at 50% of the original speed, and I'm also using Spoiled Strike. I don't think this is slow and powerful. It's powerful, yes, but definitely not slow. So this combo starts off with the regular strike, which is followed by a hexa strike, which is followed by another regular strike, and then you will do an attack that hits 14 times in a row. And you will finish it off with a slam. And this stance drops from the Corpus Combat and Scrambus units. Now, I already made a full farming guide for this stance, so if you want to watch it, you can click the annotation on the screen and it will take you to that video. But if you don't want to watch it, all you really need to know is that they show up in mid to high level Corpus missions. Now, while I love the theater aspect of this stance, the 2 leaps at the end of Mountain Rage, or the ridiculous 14 hit attack with Forest Remorse, I don't like this stance at all, and I don't say this very often. It looks amazing, but once you put it on a weapon and you go into a mission and you start punching things, you come to the sudden realization that the stance you've been farming for months plays like ass. It just doesn't feel very good to run around and punch things with this stance, and it's terrible because I've been trying to get this stance for like, I don't know, 2-ish months? And when I finally get it, I slapped it on a weapon, I was like, oh my god, I don't like this, this is awful. But, this is just my humble opinion, so if you have the chance to try it out, do so, you might like it, but for me, this is a definite no. And moving on to the second stance, Seismic Palm, and this is described as a stance with methodical strikes with reaching combos, and it once again has a D polarity which matches the Ankyros, Furax, MK1 Furax, and Techo. So the first combo is called Quaking Touch, and this is your standard EEE button mash, and it starts off with a double strike, followed by a regular strike, and it ends with a slam. The second combo is called Echoing Hands, and this one is really easy to do, just hold forward while mashing the melee button. And this combo starts off with 2 regular strikes, which is followed by a strike that will proc impact, and after that you will do 1 more regular strike, and it ends with a slam. Now the final slam also causes a shockwave to happen that will damage multiple enemies in a narrow cone. The third combo is called Sudden ROCKFALL, and to execute this one you have to pause after the first attack. And this combo starts off with a regular strike, which is followed by another regular strike, and after that you will do 2 slams. And the first slam will once again send out a shockwave. Oh yeah, and one more thing, if you think this combo is awesome, clap your hands. And the fourth and final combo is called Erupting Vulcan, and this one is really easy to do, just hold the block button while mashing the melee button. And this combo consists of 3 regular strikes, but it will stun enemies so you can use the counterattack finishers on them. And this stance drops from the Infested Leaper, so if you want to farm it, you can do any of the Infested missions because the Leapers have a base spawning level of 1 and are not replaced by other units as you go up in levels. And this is, in my humble opinion, once again, the best stance for fist weapons. This one is really fun. I could run around for hours and just punch things with this stance. It's a lot of fun. And I think it's because unlike the other 2 stances, this one feels really fluid. Now, since it drops from a very common unit that's easy to farm, there is really no reason why you shouldn't try this stance out. And moving on to the third and final stance, Fracturing Wind. So this is described as a stance with fast multi-hit strikes with powerful finishers, and it has an R polarity which matches Ankyros Prime. So the first combo is called Gaining Humility, and this is your standard EEE button mash. Now every combo with Fracturing Wind starts off with 2 regular strikes which are followed by an impact proc, which is essentially a backhand bit slap that will hit all enemies in a very narrow cone in front of you. And the combos only change the final attack, and in this case it's just a regular strike. The second combo is called Rising Wind, and to execute this one you have to hold the final attack. And this combo starts off once again with 2 regular strikes, which is followed by a strike that will proc impact, and it ends with a salam. And oh lord, this salam looks awesome. The third combo is called Trailing Doom, and to execute this one you have to pause before the final attack. And this combo starts off once again with 2 regular strikes, followed by an impact proc, and then we will do 4 quick punches and finish it off with the dash. And the fourth and final combo is called Rolling Gale, and this one is really easy to do, just hold the block button while mashing the melee button. And I've lied with the first combo because this one is actually different, but it still starts off with 2 regular strikes, which is followed by an impact proc. But in this case, the impact proc is an uppercut instead of the backhand bitch slap, and the combo ends with a salam. And this stance drops on the infested charger, so once again it doesn't matter which infested mission you do, because chargers will spawn from level 1 and they are not replaced by other units as you go up in levels. And for me, this stance is somewhere in between Seismic Palm and Gaia's Tragedy. It's not as bad as Gaia's Tragedy, but it's just not as good as the Seismic Palm stance. And I know exactly why that is. So with most stances, when you screw up a hold combo or a pause combo, you will just do the regular combo. But with this one, when you screw up the timing, your character just stops and doesn't do anything. And if you're a derp like me who's not very good at timing things and pulling off combos in general, this is really annoying. But it has nothing to do with the stance. The stance is actually really good, I like the stance a lot. But since I'm terrible at pulling off combos, this stance just is not for me. And you know, this is once again a stance that's really easy to farm, and if you've been playing the game for like 5 hours, you probably already have it because you've done some of the infested missions. So there is no reason why you should not give this stance a try. And that's it for the fist weapon stances, so I thank you very much for watching once again, and if you're interested in other stances, you can click the link in the description and it will take you to the Warframe stances playlist. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.